We have reached the waypoint, the halfway point, here on this live transmission, Wednesday, the 4th day of November, 2009. 2 hours left. Major General Stubblebine is our guest, and his medical doctor wife, Rima Laibow. We are very honored to have them both here with us. They have fought Codex Alimentarius and the globalist takeover of our food and supplements. They have exposed the eugenics operations, the deadliness of the vaccines. They have a lot of breaking news today that we're going to have them cover first. I'm going to give Dr. Laibow and General Stubblebine the floor for the first few segments to get all their info out. Then I've got my questions, like what are these deaths in Ukraine? How does that tie in with the other deaths of homeless, with bird flu vaccines in Europe confirmed? And they won't say what company did this, but that the people that gave the shots, the doctors and nurses, have been arrested. So that ought to be a message to the people doing that in the U.S. and other countries that are engaging in guinea pig activity. And we're also going to open the phones up next hour, specifically for our guest, General Stubblebine, you name it. Also, Dr. Laibow got interviewed for Jesse Ventura's upcoming TV show. I'm also in several of those episodes. And later next hour, we'll get their take on that and what they thought of the interview they did, a little bit of inside view into this television series premiering in December and January. We're going to go to break here in a moment, but I did want to let you know their website. It's healthfreedomusa.org. One word, healthfreedomusa.org. We have links to it up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Dr. Laibow, General Stubblebine, great to have you here with us, joining us from Germany.
Thank you, Alex. We're delighted to be with you. We've been attending the 31st session of the Codex Committee on Nutrition and Foods for Special Dietary Uses, which is referred to for short as CCNFSDU. It's a genocidal tool, if ever there was one, and there's been a lot of confirmation of that. But right now, and I hope we'll have a chance to talk about this, we're looking at a two-pronged attack, a two-pronged genocidal attack by your friend and mine, the World Health Organization. It's quite obvious and it's quite scary.
Absolutely. And then I, of course, want to get the latest breakdown, the overview from the general about this eugenics program, what the whole flu vaccine push is about, the fact that people are in record numbers resisting it, and what you think is next in their game plan. But we're going to go to break in a moment, but go ahead and start defining the two-pronged attack and what Codex Alimentarius is for those that don't know.
Codex Alimentarius is a United Nations commission which was created in 1962 at the request of convicted crimes against humanity war criminal Fritz Termeer, who was the head of Bayer Pharmaceutical before he became the head of IG Farben, the German civilian war machine arm, financed, of course, by the usual gang of suspects that we know. So when he got out of jail and went back to work as the head of Bayer Pharmaceutical, he called together the other pharmaceutical executives who used to work for him as underlings when he was the head of IG Farben, and he said, hey, let's suggest that the United Nations take over the world food supply. Let's write a letter and suggest that to him. They wrote that letter. He delivered it in 1952, and the United Nations said, what a cool idea. And they created the Codex Alimentarius, which means Food Code Commission, which is run jointly by the World Health Organization, WHO, of recent pandemic fame, and by the Food and Agriculture Organization. Their thrust has been to destroy the integrity of the world's food supply for the sake of pharmaceutical profits.
All right, Dr. Laibow, General Stubblebine, stay with us. We're going to come back. I'm going to go over your bios briefly, and then we'll launch into Codex Alimentarius, what they're currently doing, taking over the food supply and the medicines and the nutrients, and then we'll get into the flu. Stay with us.